So this question is asking about reading function notation in a graph. Now, when you're reading function notation in a graph, there's a couple of things you have to keep in mind. So let's say we have a regular xy axis here. Now, I'm going to draw some function. It doesn't really matter what it is. So here's our function. Now, you might see something that says this is a graph of y equals f of x. And that's basically just telling you that this graph is the function f of x. Now, you might get asked a question in one of two ways. So one thing you might get asked is something like this. So they might say f of 5 equals k. What is k? So the important thing to realize is that 5 is your x value, because whatever is inside of your parentheses next to the f is always going to be your x value. Now, whatever is across from the equal sign is going to be your y value. So this question would be asking you, what is y on this graph when x equals 5? So you'd go to the graph, find where x equals 5. Let's say it's right there. You find the point, and then whatever this y value would be your k. Now, you also might see this asked in a slightly different way. So you might see something like f of m equals 12, what is m? So the same rules are going to apply. So the m is now going to be your x value, because whatever is inside of your parentheses is always the x value. And now 12 is going to be your y value. So you take what you know, which is that y is 12, and you use that to find the unknown, which is m. So let's say that y equals 12 right around here. So we follow it to the graph, find the point, and our corresponding x value, whatever this is, would be our m. So that's really most of what you need to know to get this next question. So we're given this graph, and this is h of x in our graph, and we're given h of negative 2 equals k. So negative 2, this is going to be our x value, because negative 2 is inside of our parentheses. K is going to be our y value. So the first part is saying, what is y on this graph when x equals negative 2? So x equals negative 2 right here. We find the point on the graph, and it looks like our corresponding y value is 3. So that means that k is going to equal 3. Now, if we take a look at our answers, you'll notice that right here, answer choice B is 3. And it might be really, really tempting to pick that answer, but you actually can't pick 3. 3 is not the answer, because this question is not asking you what is k. This question is asking what is h of k. So B is on there as a trap answer if you're going too quickly, but you actually always have to really look carefully at what this question is asking you to find. So in this case, it's h of k. Now, knowing that k equals 3, this question is asking, what is h of 3? So 3 is now going to be our x value, because now it's inside of the parentheses. So we've got to figure out what is y on this graph when x equals 3. So we follow this 3, we find the point on the graph, and it looks like our corresponding y value is 9.5. So that means that our answer is going to be C.